Okay, today we are going to navigate through Castlelearning. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to type in castlelearning.com. And it'll bring you to this screen. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to press on Login. And this screen right here, you're going to see STPM and a dash. And the next thing, notice I have my first initial last name. That's not going to be your login. Your login is the first three initials of your first name and the first six initials of your last name. If your last name is not 6 letters, then you're just going to type in the last name. So let's type that in. I have a student that I picked from last year that he's allowing me to use his name. And the next thing is nobody has a password. So the passwords are all blank. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to press sign in. And it's going to bring you to this screen here. And the password that you're going to select is your student number. And that's the one you're going to type in, and you're going to type it in twice. So let's do that now. Once you've done that, if you notice as you scroll down, you have a primary email, which should be your email here at school. It has a secondary email down here. If you put any email in there, I would suggest you put your parents' email address. I would talk to your parents and see if they want to put that email in there. If they do, I will show you where you put that in at the end of this video. Once you have put that in, and I'm going to give us a few minutes to make sure everybody has that in, I'm going to actually stop the video and make sure everybody has that in. We are going to submit, and then we are going to go on to the next screen. So I am going to actually wait for a few minutes and make sure everybody's into the next screen when I hit submit. At this point, everybody should be at this screen. So if anybody is not at this screen, I should be seeing hands raised. This is your student center. This student center shows incomplete assignments. Notice we have one new message. When you have new messages from me, this is where you'll see it. You can also get your messages here along the side. So what I want you to do is I want you to press on new messages, and it's going to bring you here. Notice it says I have a note. The topic is note sheet, and it says not read. So I'm going to press on that, and here is our message. So what I want you to do is I want you to stop the video, and I want you to write this message under number 7 on your note sheet. Go. Next, we are going to go to our incomplete assignments. Notice there's nothing here, but if you had any incomplete assignments, this is where they would be. This is where they would show up. Our next is completed assignments. Here's where all your completed assignments would be. Here we have offline assignments. This we will not be using because, again, we would be going through Google Classroom. Here we have self-study. Now, this is a very good tool, not only just for math, but for the other topics as well. Because here we have math, and it says grade 8 because this is where Hugh is. But you could look at the different topics here, which would give you practice on any number of these. Notice here they have the different topics here that you could go into and you could get practice. You could also, if I go back to the self-study, I could also go into science, and you have science as well. So you have different ones here that you could go into for all the different ones that you have here. So I want you to stop the video and I want you to answer question number 8 to name the 8 topics under the self-study. So stop the video now and write those down. The next thing that we are going to do is the report section. Here in the report section, we have 4 different reports that you have access to. You have completed assignments, self-study assignments, math skills, and cumulative questions for course. Inside each one, they tell you you have no completed assignments, and then you have incomplete assignments. So they can give you a list of what you have. And you have your self-study assignments and different math skills. So I want you to stop the video here, and I want you to write those 4 down under number 9. Next, as I said, you also have your messages in this section, so you can keep track of your different messages from me. Next is your account. Here's where you would go to put your secondary email address. You would go to profile, and it's under right here, the secondary email right here, and you would put that there. Next, we have our help section, and you can read these at your convenience. You have a student access how-to guide, your how-to for math skills and reading sets, your student regents review guide you would not use, but they have a privacy policy and a terms of service, and also how to contact Castlelearning if you would need to contact them. Last, we have our log out, and again, it takes you here, and you would be all done. If you have any questions, please ask.